Guys, welcome back to the channel. We've got a little bit of a different video here for you guys today. I know that you guys kind of like the behind the scenes, lifestyle-y, kind of like vloggy videos. I don't know what else to do in my day-to-day basis because like doing a day in the life video is very, very boring. It's just me sat down a computer for pretty much like 4 hours a day. Honestly, it's very, 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 very boring when I'm actually in like proper work mode, if you will, or aka monk mode, or my Einsteinian mode, if I like, whatever you want to call it, guys. But long story short, today we've actually picked something up. I actually ordered it just to kind of like celebrate surpassing 83.3k. There's actually a story behind this as well, guys. There's quite a few lessons you're gonna be able to take from this video as well as lessons and motivation as well, guys. What I'm about to do is I'm about to go unbox a brand new PlayStation 5, which sounds honestly just friggin' stupid and immature right now at the level I'm kinda at. I personally kinda gave up gaming a long time ago. In fact, before I even get into this video, let me actually tell you the story as to why I'm actually making this video, just so you can get a bit of context, if you will. So long story short, back in the day, right, I used to be quite an avid gamer. I wouldn't say I was like those crazy kids that like drink like those bang friggin' energy drinks and have like the huge headsets and they've got like a custom built PC with RGB lights all over the place and like they're super sweaty and the room stinks and stuff like that. They look like virgins in their room. But I wasn't one of those type of gamers. I was more like, I'd play like GTA online with my friends after school or like in university. I can remember literally finishing my lectures and my seminars, coming home and actually just playing games pretty much all day, every day. That's all I used to do. I used to play like Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor. I used to play Assassin's Creed. That was my favorite line of games. Those two games right there probably took way too much time out of my life. Burnout, Need for Speed was always one of my favorite games. Dragon Ball Z, all those kinds of games, guys. So I was always, obviously GTA as well. All the GTAs, I played every single one of them, even when I was, underage and whatnot, Shout out to my dad because he hooked us up, obviously. But long story short, guys, I remember being quite an avid gamer and my PS4 back in the day, as just like a young dude, kind of just growing up in like a westernized society, if you will, around your friends, your school friends, that sort of stuff. It's almost like your holy grail. Your PlayStation 4 is like your holy grail. And I can remember wanting to start a business and just being completely broke. Well, first of all, it was actually being completely broke and then wanting to start a business. So this was in the university days. And I can remember having to sell my PlayStation 4, right? Just so I could kind of use that as startup capital to kind of invest into my own business. Back then it was like clothing line, going into drop shipping. I remember I started off trying to start and create a clothing line called Claremont Clothing, which the Instagram page is still actually live, so you can actually go on Instagram and actually take a look at that. We haven't posted on that since like 2017, 18 or something like that. So yeah, it's not active at all, guys. But I can remember, guys, long story short, I used to love my PS4, basically. I used to love my PS4. I used to love playing, NBA, 2K, all that sort of stuff, guys. I was even subscribed to like gamers on friggin' YouTube, which is honestly, like when I think about it, just so friggin', it just sounds so immature even making this video, but there's actually a lesson behind this, guys. I remember selling my PS4 and literally vowing to myself and swearing an oath to myself that when I sell this PS4, I'm gonna dedicate my entire life to scaling my business, right? And then when I become a millionaire, I'm going to buy it back, but I'm gonna buy it back in gold, as I basically said. Now, buying a frigging PlayStation in gold obviously sounds stupid, but back then I was like so just distraught, so hurt that I basically just sat there and I swore to myself that like, yo, I'm gonna have to sell the PS4, I'm gonna have to give it up, I'm gonna have to make that sacrifice. So I ended up selling it on the Facebook Marketplace, I believe it was. Is that an eBay or Facebook Marketplace? Yeah, it was actually Facebook Marketplace. I'll never forget actually what I'm talking about. It's a Facebook Marketplace. I also sold my old iMac and I used that as startup capital to actually start my business, like my actual drop shipping, and then that drop shipping started making me a couple $100s. I took that couple $100s and actually started like SMA and stuff like that, but I was still in debt at the time because I actually had an old iPhone 7, like a really dinky old iPhone 7 contract that I couldn't pay for. So I was like, I actually defaulted on that particular line of credit, I believe it's called. So I couldn't pay that off, so I was like that was like £430 worth of debt right there. Then I also owed a friend around 2k as well, just because I took a like very stupid loan from a friend. I don't know who even takes 2k loans from friends. Like what the hell, what does that even mean? But yeah, I was in a lucky position to have some really like well-off friends, and I was just like, they could see that I was genuinely serious about the business. They saw that I sold my PS4. They saw that I was reading books pretty much every single week, waking up every single day at 5:30 a.m. to actually, go in there and actually grind. So I guess they just felt they could feel the energy, if they will. They could kind of see, which obviously paid off eventually. Took me ages to pay that 2K back, by the way. It was absolutely just embarrassing, to be honest with you. I don't recommend borrowing money from friends, guys, because not that it broke our relationship, but I feel like if our relationship was any weaker, it definitely would have broke our relationship, because I just took so long to actually pay that back. It was actually embarrassing. I just couldn't freaking afford it. But long story short, guys, I sold the PS4 to start my business, and I vowed to myself that when I make it, quote unquote, when I actually hit that 83.3K per month mark, I'm actually going to buy it back in gold. Now, PS4s are pretty much, done and finished, and the PS5s around now. The next generations come out. That's how long it's friggin' taken me to scale my business to this particular mark, which technically that's 4 years and 8 months, I believe. Yeah, 4 years and 8 months. If you haven't watched the video, by the way, on my channel, go back. It provides all proof and stuff like that, and it gives you a little bit more of an in-depth look into how I've been able to do it. But long story short, guys, PS5's around now, so I said to myself, you know what? I've always wanted one. I'm just gonna go grab one. I'm probably not going to use it, to be honest with you, but it's there when my friends come around. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring you guys along on the camera, and it's honestly just unbox the actual PS5 itself. I'm actually quite excited, to be honest with you guys. Now, like I said, by the way, this is the little office setup that we got going on. Very nice and clean. I love my minimal stuff, to be honest with you. There's 5 mil a year. I believe the numbers are actually wrong on that particular board, because there's 2 ways to work out your goals. You can do the 5 mil divided by 52 weeks, so you can get a weekly figure, or you can do 5 mil divided by 12, then divide it by 4 weeks, and that gives you a slightly less accurate figure, to be honest with you guys. I've been chopping down goals for so long. Bedroom, you guys have seen all of this. Is probably going to be completely blown out, but there's my little bedroom. I don't know why I've still got that fan, because we are definitely in winter right now. Super cold. Oh, by the way, let me get this in focus. But by the way, guys, those are some new shoes I picked up, by the way. I picked up finally got some designer shoes, guys. I don't really care about designer shoes or like designer clothes. Like this right here is I'm still wearing Boohoo Man. If you guys know what Boohoo Man is, they're like £6 t-shirts, which are like, what's that, like $10, if that? I think that's like $7 these days. The pound to dollar conversion thingy-majig is absolutely insane. But yeah, I don't really care about designer shoes, but long story short, here is the actual PS5 itself, guys. I don't know if you can see that. So I ended up getting it was super hard to get one of these, by the way, guys. Like literally, like it's ridiculous. I know you guys have seen the supply and demand thingy-majig that they're doing. Honestly, it's just so hard to come by a friggin' PS5. So I ended up having to get like a bundle. So I ended up getting a PS5. I have never played FIFA, by the way, guys. I'm terrible at like FIFA and stuff like that. I don't think I've ever actually played it. So I ended up getting a PS5 FIFA edition with the FIFA 2023, the pad, obviously. Then over here we've got like I don't even know what brand this is. I've not been into gaming for so long that I don't even know friggin' any of these brands. I got an additional controller so that like when my friends come around, they can obviously, game with me. And then Lego Star Wars. I actually remember playing Lego Star Wars back in the day on my Nintendo. Was it my Nintendo Wii? Yeah, I think it was actually a Nintendo Wii. So guys, honestly, I don't know why I'm making this video. I just wanted to show you behind the scenes, guys, and like just to show you that I'm not just a friggin' workaholic. I know that a lot of these entrepreneurs on like YouTube and stuff like that, they almost make it sound taboo to have fun. Like, what's the point in working, getting all the way up to like, I don't know, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100K per month. Some of these dudes are doing some ridiculous numbers and they're not even happy. These dudes have got depression. These dudes are talking about they're just not happy. They don't feel fulfilled, that they've got depression. They cry in their bathrooms and shit like that. And I'm like, yo, well, if you take a look at your life, all you're doing is waking up, doing work, traveling a bit. But then even when you're traveling, you're not really traveling because your brain's just still switched into the work. I guess I believe a little bit of balance. At the start, there's not really any balance though, guys. This is a good point I want to make, by the way. I don't think at the start of your business, there's going to be much balance. I think you need to really cut off everything and just sacrifice and go all in until you until you make it. The point I wanted to kind of get to or hit was 83.3K, because obviously that's $1 million a year run rate. So I've actually got to that particular stage now. And I said to myself, when I do get to this stage, I'm going to buy a friggin' PS4 or whatever the next console is. Obviously it would be a PS5. I'm here now. So I guess the point of this video is that I'm not just a boring I don't know, robot that just stays in my room and just does work constantly. I actually do enjoy having friends around, having game nights, going out sometimes to the club, you know, everything in moderation, obviously, guys. But I thought I'd just break this down for you guys because, again, I don't want you guys to see me as like some friggin' robot. I don't know whether I should unbox it for you guys or not. I'm not a tech YouTuber, guys, so forgive me. I probably need to upgrade that table as well, by the way. That's probably, again, this is, I know there's gonna be a comment in the comment section like, this is a dumb purchase. Like, bro, I know this is, I'm probably gonna put my thumbnail or something like the dumbest thing I've ever bought or something like that. And I actually genuinely know this is the dumbest thing I have definitely ever bought with my money. Funny thing is, I'll probably use it for like 3 days max, and then the buzz will wear off and I'll probably never use it ever again. And the funny thing is, I already knew this going into it, so that's completely fine. I bought this pretty much for me and my friends anyway to play. Like when I have my friends around, my little brothers, my best friends and stuff like that, we're just gonna play FIFA probably. I'm probably gonna get my ass whooped, to be honest with you. I don't know how to play FIFA. But I just think it's a nice thing to do with your friends and kind of keep that relationship going. It can get lonely, entrepreneurship, so just having like a PS5 where you can just literally just make memories, joke around with your friends, actually live life as well, guys. Like, you can't just make all this money and just not live life. You do know you can't take the money with you when you're dead, right? But yeah, I might set the camera up, guys, so I can actually just unbox this for you guys. But my cleaner is actually gonna be here any second, so I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'll probably just quickly give you guys a quick unboxing. Alexa, play my playlist Flames in living room.
Flames, Fire, from Spotify playing in living room.
Hey, Rick. So guys, here it is. And it is definitely a chunky boy, guys. Okay, guys, here it is. The actual PS5. The funny thing is as well, guys, just real quick, I paid $6.99 for this. I got this from Curry's, if you guys are familiar with Curry's. I'm not sure if you guys in the States have Curry's, but I got this from Curry's, guys. I'm not sponsored or anything like that. So this is actually from my own money. I'm not gonna give you guys a friggin' review, but it does look quite beautiful. I feel like the aesthetics there, if I just like put it there, it's gonna look quite nice. I do like the actual, the look of it, to be honest with you guys. I didn't really like the look of it to begin with. The funny thing is, well, guys, like I bought this literally on Sunday. So I went out on Saturday, woke up hungover on a Sunday, and I was like, you know what? I need to stop going out. Let me get a better hobby than going out. I guess this will probably technically save me money in the long run if I don't go out just one night. Literally, the nights are getting quite expensive these days, guys. Funny thing is as well, sounds crazy. I had this delivered, I think it was like 8 a.m. this morning, so it kind of like messed up a little bit of my morning routine, to be honest with you, because I was obviously kind of excited. And I just decided to grab the camera and record this for you guys. And before I even got the chance to unbox it, I've already made this back like 2 times over. So honestly, guys, I am definitely in a position to be able to afford this and then afford to play this. That's 2 different things. To be able to afford something, a lot of people can afford a friggin', you know, well, some people can't afford a PS5, some people can afford a PS5, but people forget about like what I like to call second and third order consequences. It's not just the PS5 you're buying. You're also having to play the PS5. That basically means that's gonna take your time away from other things, which can cost you a lot of money in the long run. If you don't start thinking like this, guys, you're never gonna make it, to be honest with you guys. Like, you need to start thinking on this level. Like, it's not just, I know that you might think it's just $6.99 coming out of your account or whatever it is for your PS5, but you also got to factor in that you have to play the friggin' PS5, which takes away from multiple things. You could be reading instead and gaining knowledge. You could be working instead and actually gaining clients or making money. So it's actually more expensive than you think, is what I'm trying to say. There's second order and third order consequences, so be careful with that. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. I might unbox the actual thingy for you. Let me actually take a look at the pad. So this is the original pad, real quick. That's the original pad. I don't know if you can see that on camera. So this is what the actual pad looks like, guys. It's quite nice. I need to cut my nails, so forgive me, guys. That's what the white pad looks like. Let's take a look at the black one, just real quick. Yeah, this one's much better. Everything looks better in black, as they say. Yeah, I definitely prefer this one. Let me give you guys a side-by-side comparison, like I'm a tech YouTuber these days. So yeah guys, I hope you kind of enjoyed my random unboxing of my, well, it was a terrible unboxing of my PS5. I barely even unboxed it. I mean, the console's there itself. You guys have seen it already surely on this video, and then there's the two pads themselves. So hopefully you guys can see the differences there. I definitely prefer the one in black. So yeah, I'm just gonna tidy up this mess. On today's itinerary, to be honest with you, there's not much to do because today I've actually had a haircut booked in for me, so I do need to sort out my friggin' hair right now. Forgive me for my beard as well, looking rough. What beard, you know what I mean? Put in the if you watch this far, just put in the comment section #what beard. I don't know why you would do that. Yeah guys, so I'm probably just gonna play around with Astro's World or whatever it's called on the PS5 today for a little bit. My cleaner should be here any second as well. After my cleaner comes and after I've played on Astro World, I'm just gonna do a little bit of work that I know I need to do. I still need to get my agency website back up and running. I think I've actually found a solution for that. So shout out to you guys that actually messaged me on Instagram and actually commented on the actual video. I believe there was a comment actually. Not too sure, but there was definitely a couple of messages I received anyway on Instagram and on Facebook actually. So yeah, shout out to you guys as well. You guys know who you are. After I've kind of like figured that sort of stuff out, so hopefully my agency website should be up, you know, sometime this week if we can actually get that restored. Which is actually crazy, by the way, guys. It was actually such a crazy thing to go through. After I've done that, I'm actually gonna go for my haircut, and then I think I have a whole bunch of friends coming over just so we can play on the PS5 today. So today is kind of a chill day actually, which is cool because I'm tired of seeing entrepreneurs talk about like, oh, I'm just doing work all day today or this thing or that thing. Like, don't sell me the lifestyle, but then don't also make it so boring that I don't even want to be an entrepreneur. Do you know what I mean? Like, at least give me some sort of balance and some in between here. So hopefully I'm kind of doing that. It doesn't always have to be so friggin' boring being an entrepreneur, guys. You can get nice things for yourself. Anyway guys, I'm blabbling. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like these sorts of videos where I'm just doing behind the scenes, just being a friggin' goofball and just, I don't know, just doing normal everyday boy shit. Because again, I'm still only 26, guys. I still got a lot of growing up to do as well. To be honest with you, I mean, I guess I'm still in class with a grown ass man, but I feel like I'll forever be 18 or some stupid shit like that. But yeah, I'm gonna play a freaking PS5. It sounds so stupid even saying that as a literal on track to do 7 figures. I'm got a PS5. Again, like I said, I probably won't use it anyway. It's probably more for my friends. But anyway, guys, even if I do use it, I don't feel guilty. I mean, I've worked all this hard for what? You know what I mean? Well, long story short, guys, I'll see you guys soon. Oh, by the way, I got some new setup as well. By the way, I got some new speakers, kind of like the home theater. I got like a little sound bar there as well. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go eat as well. I'm friggin' hungry. Long story short, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys in the next video pretty soon. Love you guys. Peace out.